Hi, we are Team Light Work. The exhibit in the Chappelle Family Gallery changes twice a year to feature a new set of artifacts. With each new exhibit, two librarians must manually move 42 light fixtures to spotlight different areas of the room at different intensities. One person must position and climb a 10-foot ladder before reaching up to maneuver a single light. A second librarian must then test the light intensity on the spotted artifact in order to determine if the lighting level is sufficient. Otherwise, the lights must be readjusted accordingly. The existing solution of climbing a ladder to adjust all 42 lights is tedious, strenuous, and dangerous. Our goal was to create a way for the user to efficiently and independently angle and rotate the lights without a ladder. To accomplish this, we created a solution consisting of a 3D printed cup mounted on a 10-foot carbon fiber pole after testing multiple prototypes and iterating our design. Our design criteria include 2 constraints and 6 objectives. The constraints are safety, which requires the user to remain on the ground, and expense, which requires the solution to cost less than $250. The objectives are ease of use, lightweightness, storability, pleasantness, and durability. During the testing process, we decided to split ease of use into 2 distinct categories to better reflect the qualities we hoped our final design would exemplify. These categories are ease of use in training and ease of use in action. After consulting with Ms. Brown, our client and user, we ranked the design's objectives through a pairwise comparison chart to determine the order of importance.
Our final design involves a 3D printed cup secured to a carbon fiber pole. The cup slides over the light housing and hinges relative to the pole, allowing the librarian to position the light to the desired location from the ground. The carbon fiber pole is 8.5 feet long and weighs roughly half a pound. The inner diameter of the cup is 4¼ inches, which is just slightly larger than the diameter of the light, allowing the user to slide the cup over the housing while still having sufficient grip to adjust the light. The cross-hatched design at the bottom of the cup allows the light beam to be visible during adjustments. The top of the cup flares outward to make it easier to slide the cup onto the housing. Reinforcements on the cup around where the axle is inserted increases durability at these points, which endure the most stress. A piece of wood connects the cup to the carbon fiber pole. This piece is removable from the pole, so in the event that the cup breaks, the top portion of the prototype is easily replaceable. An acrylic axle goes through the bottom of the cup and the wood, allowing the cup to pivot as the angle of the light changes. Paperclip cotter pins, covered with hot glue for safety, prevent the cup and the pole from sliding laterally along the axle. Finally, tennis grip tape was applied to the pole to add a comfortable grip for the librarian's hands.
In order to point this light at the eagle, Ben first places the 3D printed cup over the light housing. Using the carbon fiber pole, he rotates the light by pushing the pole in a circular motion to allow the spotlight to line up with the eagle. Next, he pulls the pole down while holding the pole in the vertical direction to angle the light at a lower height. Due to the cross-hatched bottom, Ben can see where the light is pointed and make small adjustments if necessary. When finished, he removes the device from the light and will move on to the next adjustment. We tested our prototype against the 5 design criteria. Several of our tests were pass-fail, including the lightweight test, which requires that our device be equal to or less than 1 pound. The storability test, which requires our device to fit in the Perkins Library elevator, and the durability test, which requires our device to remain intact after being dropped 10 times. The ease of use design criteria was split into 2 tests. Because both of these tests were time-based, we took a weighted average of our testers' results, weighing the librarians more heavily as they will be the future users of the device. The first was ease of use in action, where we asked 2 librarians and 10 strangers to adjust 10 lights each, and it required that the weighted average be less than or equal to 7 minutes. The second test was ease of use training, where we measured the amount of time it took each person to become familiar with the device. This test required that the weighted average be less than or equal to 2 minutes. Lastly, we conducted our pleasantness test, which used a user-defined scale, in which we asked the 12 testers to rate their experience using the device on a scale from 1, very unpleasant, to 5, very pleasant. To pass this test, the weighted average score needed to be greater than or equal to 3. Ultimately, the prototype passed 4 out of the 6 tests, failing the durability and the lightweight tests.
As Lainey just said, we passed 4 of our 6 tests. The greatest success that we saw was the increased efficiency. Our device enabled librarians to adjust 10 lights in about 3.5 minutes, which projects out to under 2 hours for a full adjustment. This decreases adjustment time by a factor of roughly 5. Furthermore, the prototype received high marks for pleasantness of use, with many testers commenting on how nice the grip tape felt in their hands. On the other hand, while it was an admittedly ambitious goal, we aimed to get our device under 1 pound. However, it weighed in at about 1.2 pounds. Because it did not pass this lightweight criteria or the durability criteria, we constructed a PVC stand. This enables the user to place the device somewhere when they get tired, combating the weight concerns. This also greatly decreases the likelihood of the device falling and the cup consequently cracking, patching up our durability shortcomings. Going forward, we'd like to make the device, and specifically the cup piece, more durable, so that it can sustain damage from falls and last for over 10 years as our client desires. This could potentially be accomplished with spherical supports around the axis of rotation, as that is where the device broke during our drop tests. This could also be solved by applying a coating to the cup in the form of a strengthening epoxy. Additionally, our client, Ms. Brown, requested that we make a second attachment with both a smaller cup diameter and a smaller cup depth in order to adjust a second set of lights in Perkins Library. This will only require a couple of tweaks in the 3D printing file, with subsequent replication of the attachment mechanism so that the new cup also fits seamlessly into the carbon fiber pole. Above all, we'd like to thank everyone who helped us throughout the designing and prototyping process during this semester. We couldn't have done this without our client, Ms. Brown, our instructors, Dr. Brooke and Professor Caves, our technical mentor, Dr. Santillan, our TA, Vivian Sue, and countless others who supported us throughout our project. Thank you.